So it's that time of the year when Sheffield's parents and students will have been busy visiting Sheffield's secondary school open days as they attempt to determine the best schools to apply to in the countdown to the 2 October deadlines, online and paper, for school place applications. However, the school league tables can prove misleading as many of Sheffield's 38 or so secondary schools, for whatever reason, tend to exhibit volatility in performance from year to year. Therefore, schools that currently rank high may rank lower in subsequent years, i.e. by the time today's Year 7s progress to Year 11 GCSE exams. Therefore, a better methodology in the ranking of schools is to evaluate performance in terms of trend. So this graph shows schools ranked as a percentage attaining 5 GCSEs at A to C grade. So for another year, the top 2 rankings are taken by independent schools, with the third being a Catholic faith school. Silverdale School or Academy continues to rank as Sheffield's best state school in terms of consistency of trend.
A star, A star, A star, 4 A stars, 5 A stars, English 7 A stars, 7 A stars, where's the maths? 9, 8.
Hey, there's one missing there as well.
8, and there's one at the bottom, geography.
No, they're all his units. Just go over the other side for your English lit. Somewhere, is it? Or the next one.
What's this? I don't understand that one.
Your English lit yet?
Oops, there. 9!
There it is, he got a bloody 9.
He's got 9!
Remember that conversation at parents' evening?
Yeah. You got 9 A stars.
Closely followed by Westbourne and Tapton Academy, despite both scoring higher than Silverdale School for 2017, but rank lower overall due to higher volatility in results from year to year. The next 2 state schools are High Stores and King Egbert, with little difference between the two, with Bradfield in 9th place, which is probably the last of the consistent schools. The trend chart continues with fairly similar rankings for the next 3 schools, i.e. 10th Handsworth, 11th King Edward and 12th Meadowhead Academy, with the remaining 6 schools all ranking similar to Meadowhead. So overall, 2017 proved to be a good year for Sheffield school results, as most managed to improve their GCSE results, with several new schools appearing on the scene as Sheffield City Council finally got around to addressing the crisis in Sheffield school places by building new schools, though of course which will lack any track record.
And this is where they're going to build a new secondary school on Carternal Road.
Usually for most applicants, the primary determinant for a place at Sheffield's best schools is to live in the catchment area, though many schools have been busy expanding school places far beyond catchment area demand so as to offer places to outside of catchment area applicants. At the top of the oversubscription list for another year is Silverdale School. However, the table also shows that catchment area demand for Silverdale School is for only 126 places. Therefore, Silverdale School is technically not oversubscribed, and thus the expansion to 180 places was purely to meet out of catchment area demand. And there are plans to further expand Silverdale School places by 60 to 240, virtually twice the catchment area demand, which in my opinion does not bode well for this school's future results, as out of catchment cohorts feed through to GCSE exams. At the heart of the matter is the apparent failure to understand exactly what makes a good school, as the mainstream media such as the local Star likes publishing stories based on academic studies that peddle the line that affluent parents tend to hog places at good schools such as Silverdale. Studies that fail to realise the important role that affluent parents play in creating and maintaining good state schools. For if it were a question of funding, then the school league tables would be in reverse order, as on average, affluent area schools tend to receive about 1/3 less per pupil in funding than schools in the less affluent areas of the city. Therefore, good state schools are good not just because the teachers are good, which they are, but also because the parents of children in affluent areas tend to spend a lot more time, money and effort on their children's education. So parents who don't do the same just by sending their children halfway across the city are not going to reap any significant benefits, not unless they also emulate what the affluent area parents are doing in terms of extracurricular activities and in the upbringing of their children. The bottom line is that it is not wise to expand places at schools much beyond catchment area demand. Instead, a better solution is to build new state schools with their own catchment areas, such as the recent construction of Mercier School on Cartonall Road, that for its first few years has a huge catchment area encompassing about 1/3 of the city. Therefore, expect all of Sheffield's best state schools with a large intake of pupils from out of catchment to suffer in the results tables as a function of the percentage of out of catchment placements as a good predictor for future results, i.e. the higher the out of catchment percentage, then the greater the probability that a good ranking school will rank lower in future years as today's cohorts progress to take their GCSE exams. Thus, the table is predicting that some of Sheffield's best state schools over the coming years could decline in the school league tables, whilst others such as, for instance, Tapton, King Egbert and High Stores are likely to improve. Therefore, it is highly probable that all of these schools will rank higher than, for instance, Silverdale School over the coming years due to the unfolding impact of increased out of catchment area placements.
Now the school is finished, so let's go see what it's like inside.